The chamber was silent, but it was not peaceful. It was the kind of silence that comes before something important or something dangerous. High above, stars could be seen through a transparent dome. Thousands of alien worlds were represented in this place. The Galactic Council. The most powerful beings in the universe sat together here, deciding the fate of entire civilizations. Today, a small blue planet appeared on the central screen. Planet Earth, the system announced. A few council members looked at it with mild interest. Most did not care. One tall, silver-skinned alien leaned forward. Another primitive world? It asked. Yes, replied the automated voice. Early-stage civilization, divided societies, limited space travel, high conflict rate. Soft laughter spread across the chamber. They're still fighting among themselves? Another alien said, its voice full of amusement. Pathetic. A large creature with glowing eyes spoke next. Let me guess. They still use chemical weapons and primitive machines. Yes, the system replied calmly. More laughter. They are not worth our time, one council member said. Mark them as harmless and move on. The council had seen many species like this. Weak, emotional, self-destructive. Most of them never made it beyond their own planet. Earth seemed no different. But then, a voice interrupted. Wait! It was a smaller figure, sitting near the edge of the council circle. A junior scientist. Young, compared to the others. Its voice was calm but firm. We should scan their planet first. The chamber went quiet again. Scan, the silver-skinned alien repeated. Why waste time? The young scientist did not hesitate. Because something is unusual. That caught attention. Explain, said the glowing-eyed creature. The scientist looked at the central screen. Preliminary data suggests that their environment is unstable. Their atmosphere does not match the survival standards of intelligent life. A few council members leaned forward now. Unstable how? Someone asked. The scientist took a slow breath. Their air contains harmful particles, toxic gases, high levels of pollution. There are also radiation zones across the planet. That made the chamber uncomfortable. No advanced species would evolve in such conditions, one alien said. Exactly, the scientist replied. But they did. Now there was no laughter. The silver-skinned alien narrowed its eyes. Run a full scan. The system responded immediately, initiating deep planetary scan. The lights in the chamber dimmed slightly as the scan began. A holographic image of Earth appeared in the center, slowly rotating. Blue oceans, green lands, white clouds. It looked peaceful, but the data told a different story. Analyzing atmospheric composition, the system said, numbers and symbols started appearing around the planet. Oxygen levels, acceptable. Nitrogen levels, stable. Then there was a pause. A strange pause. Detecting foreign particles. The council members exchanged looks. Pollution levels extremely high. Murmurs spread across the chamber. That is not possible, someone said. The system continued. Carbon emissions beyond safe limits. Toxic gases detected in multiple regions. Air quality, hazardous. Now the room was completely silent. The glowing-eyed creature spoke slowly. No intelligent species can survive this. The young scientist did not say anything. The system kept going, scanning radiation levels. A sharp sound echoed. Warning. Radiation zones detected. Several red areas appeared on the hologram. Some regions exceed safe biological limits. The silver-skinned alien stood up slightly, stopped the scan, but it was too late. The system had already reached a conclusion. Summary. Planetary atmosphere is partially toxic. Environmental conditions are unstable. Survival probability for advanced life forms, extremely low. Silence. Heavy silence. Then the question came. If survival is so unlikely, the glowing-eyed creature said slowly, then how does this species exist? No one had an answer. The young scientist stepped forward. That is why I asked the scan. The central screen changed. Now it showed live images from Earth. Cities filled with smoke. Factories releasing dark clouds into the sky. Vehicles moving endlessly, producing pollution. crowded streets, noise, chaos. This is their daily environment, the scientist said. One alien shook its head. Impossible. The system zoomed in further. Humans were walking on the streets, breathing, living. Children were playing outside. People were talking, laughing, working. They looked normal. They are not wearing protective suits, someone whispered. They are breathing that air. The chamber felt colder now. The silver-skinned alien spoke again, but its voice was no longer confident. Maybe they are slowly dying. The system responded immediately. Negative. Average lifespan. Stable. Population growing. That made everything worse. How? Someone asked. No one answered. The scan continued, detecting biological threats. Images changed again. Viruses, bacteria, disease outbreaks, multiple global pandemics recorded, high infection rates, high mutation levels. And yet, the system paused. The species continues to survive. The glowing-eyed creature leaned back slowly. They survived poison, disease, and radiation? Yes, the system confirmed. The young scientist spoke quietly. They did not just survive. They adapt. That word echoed in the chamber. Adapt. The screen now showed extreme environments. Freezing mountains, burning deserts, deep oceans. Humans were present in all of them. They live everywhere. The scientist continued. Cold, heat, pressure, pollution, they adjust. The silver-skinned alien looked disturbed now. That is not normal. No, the scientist agreed. It is not. Another council member spoke, its voice low. What about their behavior? The system responded. High conflict rate, frequent wars, use of destructive weapons. Images of explosions appeared. Fire, smoke, ruins. They destroy their own world, someone said. Yes, the scientist replied. Then they are foolish, the glowing-eyed creature said. The scientist shook its head slightly. No, the chamber waited. They destroy and then rebuild. New images appeared. Cities rising again after destruction. People helping each other. Scientists working in labs. Doctors saving lives. They learn from chaos, the scientist said. They grow stronger. The silence returned again. But this time it was different. It was not mocking. It was not careless. It was uneasy. The system suddenly made a sharp sound. Alert. All eyes turned to the screen, detecting technological activity beyond planetary limits. The council members froze. What does that mean? Someone asked. The system zoomed out. A small object appeared near Earth. Then another, and another. Artificial satellites detected. Early-stage space exploration. They are leaving their planet, the glowing-eyed creature whispered. The young scientist nodded slowly. Yes. The silver-skinned alien looked at the planet again. But now, it did not look peaceful anymore. It looked dangerous. If they can survive that world, it said quietly, then what happens when they reach others? No one answered, because no one knew. The system displayed one final message. Conclusion. Species classified as unpredictable. The chamber remained silent for a long time. Then, very softly, the young scientist said something that no one expected. Maybe they are not weak. No one laughed this time, because deep inside, they were starting to understand something terrifying. This was not a weak species. This was a species that lived in a broken world and refused to die. The screen slowly faded to black. But one question remained in every mind. If humans could survive a planet like Earth, then what would they become? When they reached the stars, the chamber did not return to normal after scan. Something had changed. The same aliens who once laughed at Earth were now silent. Their eyes remained fixed on the fading image of the blue planet. But now, they were not seeing beauty. They were seeing danger. The young scientist stood still, watching the council carefully. It could feel the shift in the room. Fear was a new feeling for many of them. We need more data, the silver-skinned alien finally said. Its voice was calm, but there was tension hidden inside. Agreed, said the glowing-eyed creature. Focus on the species, not the planet. I want to understand them. The system responded instantly, switching analysis, dominant life form, humans. The screen lit up again. This time, it did not show the whole planet. It showed a single human, a man, standing in a crowded city. Cars move around him. Smoke filled the air. Noise surrounded him. Yet he stood there, breathing calmly. Subject is inhaling toxic air, the system said. Effects? Asked one council member. Minimal. That single word echoed loudly. Impossible, another alien said. Even a small exposure would damage our lungs. The young scientist stepped forward. Increased detail. The system zoomed in further. It showed the inside of a human body. Lungs expanding. Blood flowing. Cells reacting. Foreign particles detected, the system reported. Body initiating defense. How? The glowing-eyed creature asked. Adaptive immune response, the system replied. The aliens watched in silence as the human body fought back invisible threats every second. It is like constant war, one alien whispered. Yes, the scientist said, and they fight it every moment of their lives. The system switched to another scene, a freezing mountain, strong winds, heavy snow, temperature far below safe levels. A group of humans was climbing. They will die, the silver-skinned alien said immediately, but the humans kept moving, slowly, carefully, breathing hard. They are exposed to extreme cold, the system said, body temperature dropping but stabilizing. How are they not freezing? Someone asked. They have protection, the system replied. Clothing, tools, strategy. The scientist added quietly. They do not just adapt biologically. They adapt with intelligence. The chamber grew more silent. The system switched again. A burning desert, endless sand, blazing sun. A human walked alone, carrying limited water. Dehydration risk, high. Heat damage increasing. But still, the human moved forward. They are weak, one alien said, trying to hold on to old beliefs. They struggle. Yes, the scientist said. The alien looked at it. Then why do you sound impressed? The scientist paused for a moment, because they keep going. The system suddenly changed the display again. Now it showed something darker. A hospital. Humans lying in beds. Machines around them. Doctors moving quickly. Disease outbreak detected, the system said. Viral infection. The council watched as humans fought an invisible enemy. Some failed, but many survived. How many times has this happened? The glowing-eyed creature asked. Multiple global pandemics recorded, the system replied. And they are still here, the silver-skinned alien said softly. The young scientist nodded. They lose millions, and yet they continue. The chamber felt heavier now. No one was laughing anymore. The system zoomed out again. Now it showed human history. Wars. Explosions. Cities destroyed. Fire falling from the sky. They destroy each other, one alien said. Yes, the system confirmed. Then why are they not extinct? The system paused. Because they rebuild. The images changed. After destruction came construction. After death came life. After war came peace. They repeat the cycle, the scientist said, again and again. The glowing-eyed creature leaned forward. This is not survival. This is something else. Yes, the scientist agreed. This is resilience. That word filled the chamber. Resilience. The system suddenly made a sharp sound again. Alert. All eyes turned back to the screen. New data detected. What now? The silver-skinned alien asked. The system zoomed into a new area. Factories. Massive machines. Smoke rising endlessly into sky. Human industrial activity. The system said. Environmental damage increasing. They are destroying their own atmosphere, one alien said. Yes, the system confirmed. Then they are foolish, another added. The young scientist shook its head again. Look closer. The system zoomed further. Scientists working in labs. Engineers building machines. People planting trees. They're also trying to fix it, the scientist said. The chamber fell silent again. They create the problem and then try to solve it, the glowing-eyed creature said slowly. Yes, that is strange. It is human, the scientist replied. The system shifted again. Now it showed something new. A rocket, standing tall against the sky. Launch sequence detected, the system said. The council members stiffened. The rocket ignited. Fire exploded beneath it, and slowly it rose. They are leaving, someone whispered. The rocket climbed higher and higher, breaking through clouds. Early stage space travel confirmed, the system said. The silver-skinned alien watched carefully. They are not advanced enough. Not yet, the scientist said. The glowing-eyed creature spoke in a low voice. But they will be. The system displayed more data. Satellites orbiting Earth. Space stations. Signals being sent into deep space. They are learning, the scientist said. Faster than expected. The chamber felt colder again. They survived a toxic world, one alien said. They survived disease. They survived war. And now they're reaching space. The glowing-eyed creature closed its eyes for a moment. This is not a weak species. No one disagreed. The system displayed one final comparison. Alien species versus humans. Safe environments versus dangerous world. Control conditions versus chaos. Instant death versus survival. The difference was clear. They evolved in comfort, the scientist said, looking at the council. But humans... It paused. They evolved in struggle. The words hit harder than anything else. Because now, the truth was becoming clear. The silver-skinned alien spoke slowly. If they can survive all of this... It looked at the screen. Then what limits them? No one answered, because there was no clear limit. The system made one last sound. Final note, human adaptability exceeds predicted models. The chamber remained silent. Then the young scientist said something that changed everything. They are not just surviving their world. All eyes turned toward it. They are learning to survive anything. No one laughed. No one spoke. Because deep inside, they were starting to feel something they had never felt before. Fear. The screen dimmed again. But the question remained. Not about Earth. Not about survival. But about the future. If a species like this... A species that grows stronger in pain. A species that learns from destruction. If they reach the stars, would they explore them, or would they change them forever? And for the first time in the history of the Galactic Council, no one wanted to find out. The Galactic Council had stopped pretending. There was no more laughter, no more easy judgment, only silence and growing fear. The image of Earth still floated in the center of the chamber. But now, it did not look like a simple planet anymore. It looked like a warning. The glowing-eyed creature slowly opened its eyes. We have seen how they survive, it said. Now I want to know why. The silver-skinned alien nodded. Yes, survival alone is not enough. There must be something deeper. All eyes turned to the young scientist. It understood what they wanted. Show us their past, the scientist said. The system responded, accessing human history. The chamber darkened. The image of Earth changed again. This time, it did not show the present. It showed the past. Thousands of years compressed into moments. Primitive humans appeared first. Weak bodies. Simple tools. No advanced knowledge. They began like this? One alien asked. Yes, the system replied. Low intelligence compared to current state. Limited survival capability. They should have gone extinct, another said. But they did not, the scientist replied quietly. The images moved forward. Early humans hunting, struggling, failing, dying, but also learning. They improved slowly, the system said. Tool usage increased survival rate. The glowing-eyed creature leaned forward. Continue. The images sped up. Fire. The discovery of fire changed everything. They learned to control their environment, the scientist said. The council watched as humans gathered around flames, cooking food, staying warm, protecting themselves. They were weak, the silver-skinned alien said slowly, but they became stronger. Yes, the system continued. Farming, settlements, cities. Humans began to build. They created order, the system said. But not for long, the scientist added. The images darkened. War. The first wars. Small at first, then bigger, more violent, more destructive. They fight constantly, one alien said. Yes, the system replied. Then why are they still alive? The scientist answered this time. Because they do not stop after destruction. The images changed again. After every war came rebuilding. Stronger walls, better tools, more advanced thinking. They learn from failure, the scientist said. The glowing-eyed creature spoke softly. Or they're driven by it. The system moved forward again. Now the wars were massive. Explosions filled the screen. Entire cities destroyed in seconds. The council members reacted immediately. What is that? One asked. High-energy weapons, the system replied, capable of large-scale destruction. The silver-skinned alien stood up. They created weapons that can destroy their own world? Yes. Then they're insane. The young scientist did not respond immediately. Instead, it said something unexpected. Or they're desperate. The chamber went quiet again. Explain, the glowing-eyed creature said. The scientist looked at the images. They are always under pressure. From nature, from each other, from their own mistakes. The screen showed disasters. Earthquakes, floods, storms, fires. They live in constant danger, the scientist continued. So they prepare for the worst. And that leads to this, the silver-skinned alien asked, pointing at the destruction. Yes. The system switched scenes again. Now it showed something different. Laboratories. Scientists working day and night. Equations. Experiments. Failures. What are they doing? One alien asked. Advancing knowledge, the system replied. The scientists spoke again. They do not only destroy. The images changed. Doctors saving lives. Machines helping the weak. New technologies improving survival. They also create, the scientist said. The glowing-eyed creature nodded slowly. So they are both destroyers and builders. Yes. The system paused. Then it displayed something new. A timeline of human progress. From stone tools, to machines, to digital systems, to space exploration. They are accelerating, the system said. What does that mean? Someone asked. It means their progress is getting faster. The chamber felt uneasy again. How fast? The silver-skinned alien asked. The system calculated. Exponential growth detected. The glowing-eyed creature leaned back slowly. That is dangerous. Yes, the scientist agreed. The system zoomed into recent history. Rockets launching. Humans stepping on their moon. Satellites spreading across space. They are reaching beyond their planet, the system said. They are not ready, one alien said quickly. They were not ready to survive their own world either, the scientist replied. That sentence changed everything. The chamber went silent again, because it was true. Humans were never fully ready, but they acted anyway. The system suddenly made a sharp alert sound. Warning. All eyes turned to the screen. New analysis detected. What is it? The glowing-eyed creature asked. The system zoomed into something unexpected. Human communication. Signals traveling across the planet. Data moving instantly. They are connected, the system said, through technology. The council watched as billions of humans shared information, ideas spreading, knowledge growing. They learned from each other, the scientist said. Very quickly. The silver-skinned alien looked concerned now. That means their growth is not limited to individuals. Yes, the scientist said. It is shared. The chamber felt colder, because now the picture was complete. Humans were not just individuals. They were a network, a system, a species that learned together. The system displayed a final analysis. Human species traits. High adaptability. High resilience. Rapid technological growth. Unpredictable behavior. And one more, the scientist said quietly. The system paused. Persistence. The word appeared on the screen. Persistence. They do not stop, the scientist explained. No matter what happens, they continue. The glowing-eyed creature closed its eyes again. This time it looked troubled. If a species like this leaves its planet, it did not finish the sentence, because it did not need to. Everyone understood. The silver-skinned alien spoke slowly. They survived a broken world. They built power from chaos. They turned weakness into strength. It looked at Earth one last time. They are not just dangerous. It paused. They are unstoppable. No one argued, because deep inside, they all felt it. The truth they had been avoiding. Humans were not weak. They were something far more terrifying. A species that grows stronger under pressure. A species that refuses to disappear. A species that learns faster than fear. The system dimmed the screen again. But one final image remained. A human rocket, moving slowly into the darkness of space. And for the first time, the Galactic Council realized something they had never considered before. The universe was not ready for humans. But humans were getting ready for the universe. The chamber felt heavier than ever before. No one moved. No one spoke. The image of Earth still floated in the center, slowly rotating, calm on the outside, but hiding something far more dangerous inside. For the first time in its long history, the Galactic Council did not know what to do. The glowing-eyed creature finally broke the silence. This cannot continue, it said slowly. We cannot ignore this species. The silver-skinned alien nodded. Agreed, they are no longer insignificant. A low murmur spread across the chamber. They are unpredictable. They are expanding. They are evolving too fast. Fear was no longer hidden. It was clear. The young scientist remained quiet, watching the others carefully. It could see the change. These were the same beings who once laughed at humans. Now they were afraid of them. We must decide, the glowing-eyed creature continued. Do we act now or wait? That single question changed everything. The chamber became tense again. One alien stood up, its form tall and sharp. We destroy them. The words echoed like a shockwave. Several others reacted immediately. Too risky. Too early. But necessary. The first alien insisted. If we wait, they will grow stronger. They are already strong, another replied. Not strong enough, the first one argued. We can still stop them. The silver-skinned alien looked at the screen. Destroy an entire species before they even reach us? Yes, the first alien said. It is the safest option. The chamber divided. Some agreed. Some did not. They are still limited to one planet, someone said. This is our chance. But they are learning to leave, another replied. That is exactly why we must act now. The tension grew. The glowing-eyed creature raised its hand. Enough. Silence returned. We will not decide based on fear alone, it said. We need logic. It turned to the young scientist. You brought this to us. What do you suggest? All eyes shifted. The scientist did not answer immediately. Instead, it looked at Earth. Then it spoke. If we destroy them, we prove something. What? The silver-skinned alien asked. That we are afraid of potential. The chamber went still. They are dangerous, one alien said. Yes, the scientist agreed. Then why defend them? I am not defending them, the scientist replied calmly. I am observing them. The glowing-eyed creature leaned forward. Then tell us what you see. The scientist took a slow breath. I see a species that should not exist. The room remained silent. They live in a toxic world, yet they breathe. They face disease, yet they survive. They destroy themselves, yet they rebuild. The scientist paused. They are not logical. They are not stable. They are not safe. It looked around the chamber. But they are extraordinary. No one spoke, because deep inside they knew it was true. The silver-skinned alien crossed its arms. Extraordinary does not mean harmless. No, the scientist said. It does not. Then what does it mean? The scientist looked back at Earth. It means they are different. The glowing-eyed creature nodded slowly. Different can be dangerous. Yes. Then what do we do? The scientists finally turned away from the planet. We watch them. That answer surprised everyone. Watch them? One alien repeated. Yes. That is not enough. Another said. It is, the scientist replied, because we do not fully understand them yet. They are simple, the first alien argued. They fight, they destroy, they grow. The scientist shook its head. No, that is what we see. Then what are we missing? The scientist hesitated for a moment. Then it said something that changed the entire room. We are missing what they might become. Silence. Deep, heavy silence. The system suddenly activated again. New signal detected. All eyes turned to the screen. What is it? The glowing-eyed creature asked. The system focused on Earth. Human transmission directed into deep space. The chamber froze. They are sending signals, someone whispered. Yes, the system confirmed. Content. The system processed the data. Then it spoke. Mixed signals detected. Mathematics. Scientific data. Cultural information. And something else. What? The silver-skinned alien asked. The system paused. Hope. That word felt strange in the chamber. Hope? One alien repeated. Yes. The system displayed part of the signal. Images of humans. Families. Children. Smiles. Music. Art. They are not just sending information, the scientist said softly. They are introducing themselves. The glowing-eyed creature stared at the screen. To who? It asked. No one answered, because the answer was obvious. To the universe. To them. The chamber felt colder than ever. They are calling out, the silver-skinned alien said. Yes. And they do not know who is listening. No. The first alien stepped forward again. This is exactly why we must destroy them. But this time, its voice was not as strong, because something had changed. The glowing-eyed creature spoke slowly. If we destroy them now, it paused. We may destroy something rare. The chamber reacted. Rare. Yes. It looked at the images again. A species that survives chaos and still chooses to reach out. The young scientist nodded. They are dangerous, it said, but not in the way we think. The silver-skinned alien looked confused. Explain. The scientist took a moment. They are dangerous because they change everything they touch. The room went silent again. They adapt, they grow, they spread ideas. It looked at the council. If they come here, they will not become like us. They will make the universe more like them. That realization hit harder than any threat. The glowing-eyed creature closed its eyes once more. Then it spoke the final words. We will not attack. The chamber froze. We will not interfere. Some aliens reacted with shock. That is too risky. They could become a threat. They already are, the glowing-eyed creature replied calmly. But there are also something else. It opened its eyes. An opportunity. The silver-skinned alien looked uncertain. Or a disaster. Perhaps both, the creature said. It stood up slowly. Marked this planet. The system responded. Classification? The creature looked at Earth one last time. Its voice was quiet, but powerful. Do not provoke. The words echoed through the chamber. Do not interfere. Do not underestimate. The system processed a command. Planet are classified as high risk, observation only. The decision was final. No one argued anymore, because deep inside, they all understood. This was not a species that could be controlled. Not one that could be predicted. Not one that would stay in one place forever. The screen slowly dimmed, but just before it went dark, one last image appeared. A human child looking up at the night sky, full of curiosity, full of wonder, and completely unaware that the entire universe was watching. The chamber lights faded. The council remained silent. And far away, on a small blue planet, humanity continued, breathing toxic air, fighting impossible odds, building, dreaming, reaching, unstoppable, because a species that survives hell does not fear the stars. It claims them. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and support us. It really helps us grow and bring more videos like this. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.